Tucked away in the woods of Tyler, a collection of signs from East Texas businesses that closed down, some for many years. All collected by one man with a passion for historical preservation.
Well, my intention was to actually put panels, but it just started growing so fast I didn't have time to do all that.
Meet Mike Collins. He's been collecting signs for the past 15 years.
Here's the Johnny Casey sign from Longview.
But when he ran out of space in his personal workshop, he created a public display called Tyler Boy, with a mascot of the same name. This collection of signs comes from places like restaurants, businesses, gas stations, even a church and a putt-putt center, all of which have their own stories for the people that used to once gather around them.
My personal favorite is the Bruno sign, just because I have such a connection. In the late 80s, started eating there. And then when it closed, I was devastated when they sold the building. I got the sign. When I see a business close, I just start calling and see if I can get a hold of whoever owns the building and see if I can get the sign to put out here.
After years of work, that strategy has worked out well. And how many signs do you have?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? Now others get to see his collection.
You're the guy that does that.
I am.
You're doing great, because I come through here all the time.
Enjoying the nostalgia that the signs bring, longtime resident T.C. Smith can't help but keep coming back.
I've slowed down every day to look at this. It's amazing.
For him, the signs give him a moment to reflect.
You hate to see change. Tyler's grown so much, so fast here in the last 5 years. It's unbelievable.
As for Collins, the joy the collection brings others motivate him, and he's not stopping anytime soon. Do you have any end goal limit of how many signs are going to collect?
I guess as long as I'm healthy enough to keep doing it and I have enough room to put them, I'll keep getting them.
Preserving history while bringing others joy. It's a sign for Collins that he's on the right path. For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshal Farmer. For the first time in over a decade, reconstruction begins. Inside of a historic piece of African American history, Tabitha Enge is leading the restoration project for the Mount Vernon African Methodist Episcopal Church, focusing on restoring the place and community that runs deep in her history.
It was my mother that, was adamant about me coming to help. I had no idea that I would be here 11 years later, but I am happy to say 11 years later, I'm standing here in Mount Vernon Church, and there's work actually being done to save Mount Vernon Church.
Built in 1921, it's the third oldest AME church in Texas, and time has taken its toll, having to close in 2014 due to structural instability in the roof. But in January, the church got a grant for $75,000 from Preservation Texas and gained another $25,000 from the city of Palestine. Because of those grants, Phase 1 of restoration begins, fixing the foundation.
It's like music to my ears. To actually hear it going on. When I walked in last Monday and to actually see them taking up the foundation and bringing the new wood, I ran around the church a couple of times and I was so excited, and I was like, oh, Mama, do you see this? Miss Nancy, everybody, do y'all see this? It's happening. It's happening.
Financial obstacles still remain for restoring the roof and wiring, but Tabitha Enge won't quit until the church is fully restored.
This is my journey, and I've accepted that.
For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshal Farmer.
This Memorial Day, people across the country are remembering those lost in the line of duty. Sharing one of the countless stories of service, GMAT's Marshal Farmer showcases the life of a native East Texan who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Beneath the shade of trees and the waving of flags, a memorial for an East Texas native who saved the life of another. Born in Nacogdoches, Oscar P. Austin served in the Vietnam War as a U.S. Marine and was awarded a Medal of Honor in 1970 for his service. But until 2017, no public monument was built for him here in East Texas. Veterans Michael Bishop and Michael Neely sought to change that.
The picture of Oscar P. Austin was in the corner of the courthouse, and I thought, well, where's the monument?
Now, multiple monuments stand in his honor. The first is in front of the Nacogdoches Public Library. The plaque details his heroics, saving a fellow Marine by jumping between him and a grenade. Mortally wounded, he shielded his ally with his body from enemy gunfire. His heroic action saved his ally, but cost Austin his life at only 21 years old.
The pictures may have faded, but the memory doesn't, and the narrative doesn't change. They gave their lives to save other people.
The second monument stands in front of the Nacogdoches Memorial Hospital. Austin's cousin, Lottie Chapman, grew up with him and visits the monument to remember Austin.
We played together every day. He had a wonderful childhood. He was proud to be a Marine. Fancy uniform, all dressed up, handsome as he could be.
And the loss of family hit hard.
It was horrible. All I could remember was that young fellow that I played with. That's how I remembered him.
But above all, she admires her heroic younger cousin.
To give your life, that's all you can ultimately give anybody. And he gave his. We were very proud of Oscar.
For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshal Farmer. What sounds like a normal school bus is a treasure trove of books for kids. Tyler ISD is traveling around the city of Tyler to reach kids through the Tyler Literacy Bus. While it runs year-round, most of its trips are during the summer, keeping kids learning outside of the classroom and getting to take home a book they choose for free.
We've probably handed out tens of thousands of books. They're able to take these books home with them, so they're building their at-home library, so even their younger siblings are going to have access to books too for years to come, and books for their parents to be able to read to them.
Over the past 3 years, the bus has added new educational tools, like a doodling board and outdoor seating. They're also working to expand their selection of books throughout the year, giving kids a chance to keep learning.
Because I can get more books to read and be more entertained instead of just being on my phone all day.
And continue building community.
I think our community is just really blessed to have the literacy bus, that we're able to come out.
One bus stop at a time. For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshal Farmer.
It may be National Pick Strawberries Day, but right now East Texas farmers are dealing with some big challenges. And that has some farms without a single strawberry to spare. GMET's Marshal Farmer finds out what caused this year's season to be worse than usual and why farmers persist year after year against the odds.
I mean, you see them, but they're just shriveled up and not good. Not good.
Strawberry season ended early in East Texas, normally lasting only a few weeks between April until early May. This year saw heavy rains, cooler temperatures, and cloudy skies, including multiple severe storms throughout April. All of those combined made for a difficult year.
Strawberries is a hard crop to raise in East Texas.
Mike Hill has been a farmer for the majority of his life and began growing strawberries 5 years ago with his wife, Stephanie Hill. Each year, the couple lets people visit and pick their own strawberries the entire season.
Every 3-4 days, we would open up the field, and in about 3 hours, they'd pick all out, and we'd have to shut down.
But this year was a different story.
It was a weird year for us. I've never seen it that bad.
Despite the high risk of growing strawberries in East Texas weather, the Hills are motivated by the joy the crop brings.
Strawberries are that's a favorite. I mean, kids love strawberries. It's unbelievable how much fun kids have.
For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshal Farmer. After a year of renovation work, the city of Tyler is reopening W.E. Winters Park later this evening. Closing its grounds at the end of last July, the city spent roughly $550,000 on renovation for the park, creating new walkways, buildings, and activities. When the park opens later this evening, people will get to enjoy this renovated playground, newly installed swings, and the recently extended Legacy Trail, which runs right down the middle of the park behind me. The 17-acre park also holds a new pavilion and building, which are themed after pollinators. The mural is sponsored by Keep Tyler Beautiful. That theme of pollinators appears throughout the park.
We wanted to honor our local pollinators because they're so important to our ecosystem, but then also the proximity to the rose garden. We thought it was a really special opportunity.
To celebrate the new renovations, the city of Tyler will host a grand opening event at 5:30 this evening, marking the first time the park has been used by the public in almost a year.
We are going to have food trucks, we're going to have some before and after photos, we'll have some special guests.
A familiar but fresh place for East Texans to gather for newly rekindled play. For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshal Farmer.